Hi, it's Jeremy Heath here, and I'm just going to take a few minutes to talk today about business and innovation. As many of you know, I'm a massive fan of small business. My background is starting, developing, growing business up to £1 million plus businesses. And increasingly, my time is spent nowadays helping others to do the same, which I find incredibly rewarding. It's absolutely wonderful. So why small business? Well, for me, small businesses have these massive advantages. The market today, the world is driven by the increasing pace of change, and it's nowhere near like it was in the old days, where we can decide whether to change or to innovate or not. Really, the world is ruled by the people who innovate the fastest. So it's not about innovate or not, it's about innovate quicker, better. And big corporations are so slow on their feet, you know, the multi-layers of management and all that stuff. Whereas a small business owner can identify an opportunity, create a product, get it to market, make some money, and that's the way, you know, that's the way we roll. That is the secret to growth. Many of you might have heard the old saying which goes, if you always do what you always did, you'll always get what you always got. And when I first heard that, it sounded quite reasonable. And the idea was that if you want something different, you have to do something different, okay? But you think about that more deeply, if you always do what you always did, you'll always get what you always got. It's not true. I don't think it was ever true. I don't think it's certainly true in today's market, because if you always did what you always did, then you'll get less than you used to get, because the world's moved on. Everybody else has got better. Competition's increased. Your products are obsolete. So it's a constant innovation. I remember a time when I was a little kid going down to London. It was a day out with my parents. I can't remember the details. I was probably only 4 or 5. And I think we were going for a meal with some quite posh distant relatives in a hotel. And I remember approaching the doors of this big hotel, posh London. I don't know if it was the Ritz, but whatever the equivalent is. And as I walked up to the doors, there was a kind of a whirring noise, and they opened. And to me, in those days, that was just wow, you know, so amazing. They didn't just open, they opened for me, okay, for me. And I remember thinking probably the first automatic doors that I'd ever seen. And I remember for days afterwards going on about the magic doors. Are we going to the hotel with the magic doors? Now, a few months ago, I remember needing to just go and get a light bulb for my car, and it was getting a bit late in the evening. I'm thinking, well, you know, where's open? And ended up going to Halfords. It was the Lincoln branch in Halfords, and for those of you know, it's kind of on a little industrial park area, and it was dark, and so I drove over towards the corner of the industrial park where Halfords are, and it was good. The lights were on, so I thought, you know, we're in with a chance here. So got out the car, walked up towards the store, and I could see some guys inside the store. So I'm thinking, maybe they're open, maybe they're not, maybe they're just in there kind of restocking some shelves or something. So I'm kind of making eye contact and with one of them, just trying to attract their attention, and I'm sort of doing the gesticulating thing, you know, about, you know, here I am, kind of what next? And the guy's kind of saying, yeah, we're open, come in. And I'm saying, well, you know, okay, but what? How does it work? And in the end, he said, you need to push it. And I'm thinking, yep, that's one of those. I remember those doors. You have to push. And so my expectation had moved, hadn't it? From being absolutely in awe of what to me was something so fantastic and magic, in fact, to just something as mundane these days as a door that at least should have the courtesy to open for me. So that's leads us on to this idea of that's talked about of benchmarking. And a few years ago, there was a massive thing about benchmarking. Take all the stats and the data from a similar business to yours and compare them to what you do and see where you measure up. And it leads you to be able to model success. That was the idea, to just mimic what they do. Doesn't hold true in an innovative world. We don't innovate by making incremental improvements. Now, I do get the thing about the Japanese management theory about Kaizen and the sort of 1% incremental improvements in lots of areas, because then that makes a massive difference to the total. But we don't make innovation by incremental improvements. Innovation comes by absolute game changers, where we make a quantum change and we just revolutionize a whole market, really just so that it's never the same again. And so really that's the message about small business, is for having small businesses that have to have owners that are innovative and that have space and time to really think about their market and to develop new products, and be free from the drudge and the everyday grind of doing the minutiae of running a business. And that's probably where best I can help. I'm working with a number of small businesses now about systems, about process, streamlines, tasks, about growing teams so that the business is moving far beyond the original owner, and that sort of business leadership and management kind of stuff, which then frees the owner to be innovative and to have to make a life rather than just to make a living, if that makes sense. So anyway, that's me for now. There'll be more videos and more information coming out soon. In the meantime, if you want to contact me, if what I'm saying resonates with you and you think I could help, then I'd be more than happy to meet you and discuss how we could work together. That's it for now. Bye.